Well, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be starting with some broader crypto news that's going down in New York right now, and then we're going to go over some Safemoon news. So starting over here, New York State Senate passes Bitcoin mining moratorium. The state assembly had already passed the bill, which would bar new mining operations powered by carbon-based energy sources for 2 years. So it's going to be a 2-year moratorium in New York, and we've got a little bit, I'm going to read these 2 paragraphs here just to give you a little bit more insight on what's going on there. So New York State Senate passed a bill targeting proof of work mining early Friday morning, this morning, in an effort to address some of the environmental concerns about cryptocurrencies. The bill, which passed by State Assembly last month, would impose a 2-year moratorium on the POW mining projects powered by carbon-based fuel in the Empire State, though existing mining firms or ones currently undergoing the permit renewal process would be allowed to continue operations. The Senate voted 36 to 27 in favor of the bill. That is pretty wild that they're passing that, and they said that if this does get passed, it could move on to a full-on ban. We will see if that actually happens. The bill still has to be signed, so we're not sure exactly. It's going through for sure, but a lot of the companies and projects there that are mining the setups, they said that if this does go into effect, they're going to move into Texas. They're just going to leave New York altogether because it's not worth it for them to stick around. So that is pretty big news that is happening in New York, and we know that even as far as Safemoon's concerned, it is a super hard place just to buy BNB and Safemoon and that sort of thing. They ban a lot of different. Sorry, let me move this. They ban a lot of different cryptocurrencies, so it is sad to see that. Great that they're taking care of the environment. That is definitely something that is important. But it is sad that it is at the cost of mining Bitcoin and moving, broader adoption forward. So over here we have a Safemoon community post here on Facebook that I thought was pretty interesting from William Teeter. He said, "I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but doesn't the timing of all this a little strange?" That is, doesn't the timing of this sound a little strange? That's probably what he meant. Swap and Evolve starts right before June and should hit its first trigger very early on June 1st. 2, the card is set to release in June, and I believe it will be required to have a KYC. 3, the exchange is supposed to be released relatively soon and will also need KYC, potentially how they get KYC for the card as well. 4, from what I remember, they still have quite a bit of liquidity pool from version 1 that still needs to be moved to version 2. I wonder what would happen if they move the rest of the liquidity pool from version 1 to version 2, and at the same time they manually trigger the first swap and evolve, which we know we've already seen at least 3 swap and evolves. I think we're working on our 4th one right now. Then not long after the release of the card, an exchange around the same time. That would cause our price to shoot up crazy high, which would trigger a lot of sells to fill the next swap and evolve. It could act as an actual rocket booster to spark the insane movement, and they could even use cells to fuel it. Swap and evolve alongside liquidity pool movements act like the first stage of the rocket to get high enough off the ground. The card and exchange act as the second stage to keep the momentum. This is a great post because I thought the idea that cells can actually fuel us moving forward. I don't know if that's necessarily possible because the cells are probably going to be in a higher volume than what we're getting, or a higher amount than what we're getting in the swap and evolve. But it is an interesting thought and very interesting way to look at things. So I think that releasing all these things together is definitely an important thing and a great way to go about it, especially if there's KYCs in both processes. They're going to have to develop it for one, and so that's probably something that they're working on, and so it would make sense that they would come together once they complete that. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I just thought that was an interesting post there. Here we have a post from Safemoon. It says shine brightly, and we have kind of a different take on our branding. And down here it says no clues, no hidden meanings, just some eye candy while we work. Cheers, mate. But if you do zoom in here really closely, we can see the numbers 7, 8. I'm just kidding. There's nothing here. No clues, no hidden meanings. Just screwing around. Okay, over here in our buying and selling pressure, we are at 38%. Buying is 61%. Selling, and our swap and evolve progression is 95 BNB to 36 BNB, count number 3. So this is our 4th one that we are waiting on right now, which is exciting, and it looks like we're almost there. So I'm thinking that maybe we could hit it over the weekend. I know that our weekends are notoriously lower in volume, as is the rest of the market. So it'll be interesting to see if we actually can finish this out over the weekend. We did last weekend. We completed one, or at least we got really very close. So I'm thinking by the latest Monday we'll have that completed, which is pretty exciting. So we'll be working on our 5th one next week. Here is my YouTube page. If you guys haven't subscribed and hit that notification bell just yet, please do that to support the channel. And my Twitter page over here as well. It'd be great to have support over there. Here in the Safemoon Lowdown, they are looking for a sales executive in Utah, which is very exciting. So they're building out their team even more. The company is looking for an up-and-coming salesperson to be responsible for representing Safemoon with all partners and potential partners, sharing our product and offerings and converting those leads to meet specific sales targets. So it's great that we can see that they are working on getting more potential partners and sharing their product among other companies, which is very exciting. And so if you are a salesperson or have that kind of background or are interested in that, please apply, do a great job there, and that is going to be an exciting thing for Safemoon. Sales and partnerships, Hayden, we know he tweeted that he is in Austin or going to Austin soon for Consensus, which is great. So Safemoon is staying active in the overall crypto community, staying active out there and in front of people. Safemoon Labs did release a new Safemoon Lab bull and bear market to talk a little bit more about bear and bull markets. So check that out to get some more information and education there. Next down here, we had one more thing that I wanted to bring light to. Nope, I did not. Okay, so over here on Facebook, we had a great post here. They just highlighted this one part. They said, well, originally in this post, they said, I took this screenshot a while back and wanted to share with you why I'm so bullish on Safemoon. I think the percentage has been adjusted, but the objective is the same. Swap and Evolve is adding to the liquidity pool with this objective in mind. So this section says this means that if everyone sold every token at the exact same time, the price would not fall because 90% of the liquidity would still be remaining due to the tokenomics fee. After equilibrium, there is only profits at this point because every transaction still charges the 10% fee, which we know is different now, but the fee will actually start causing the price to increase. Let me put this in the simplest terms that I can. At this point, every sell will cause the price to increase just as buys do now. And we are seeing that in the swap and evolve, and that is exactly what this person was talking about over here. Now, I'm not sure exactly how the numbers line up with that. There are smarter people that have figured this kind of stuff out, but it is crazy to see that this is a possibility that even with a bunch of sells, if we do jump up in price and people start selling, there is potential for us to continue increasing in price because of the systems that they've put in place. So speaking of price, we're currently sitting at 0.3070 for Safemoon, down 1.5%. Bitcoin is also down a little bit, 0.9%, and BNB is down 1% right now. So not very great going into the weekend, and we know we can probably expect for the weekend to fall even more. Like usual, because volume usually goes down over those days, but hopefully we see a little bit more upward projection, upward mobility, upward action next week. So that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe to support the channel. I would appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next one.
She could be stuck just inside the tube.
Inside the... Hold on! Veruca! Sweetheart! Daddy's coming!